today is hopefully surgery day, and it's a good day as far as your numbers go. But I just wanted you to understand what a good day is like here in the ICU with you.
The best words I think that have ever been said to me up to this point came from my wife. And she said to me, "You've been the exception so far, so why be the rule now?" It turned out I did have bilateral COVID pneumonia. So my lungs looked very sick to them already at that point. If you're to look at an x-ray of your lungs, typically it should be black, nice and dark. Whereas my x-ray looked like a lot of white patches, almost like spider webs or netting or something like that. And that's because my lungs were getting a lot of fluid in them. They did not believe I had much more time. My body was going through quite a beating, and so I became an emergent case very quickly. And it truly, they didn't think I was going to last much longer. It wasn't looking good. So it was miraculous that lungs got to me when they did. This is the ECMO line right there. That's my blood. And at first there was just the one line. And eventually it goes to 2 lines, which you can see here. So here's where there's 2 lines that go into a Y. It's like a Y. And that goes right into my neck, which is the one scar I have here. And this picture actually was taken on the day of transplant surgery. So this picture's from May 28th. And at that point, I think when we went through the one picture and counted it, I had approximately 17 different lines in me. You never think about your mortality, right? But to be my age and have to think about that stuff is very weird. Having a lung transplant kind of puts a time limit on you, but you don't know what it is. I mean, we all have a time limit, right, before we expire, but you don't really think about it. Well, now I actually think about it because I know it's there. I remember looking down at my chest and seeing 95 staples from armpit to armpit, and I was like, well, that happened. And I was also, why can't I move my legs? What I didn't understand was 2.5 months went by, 2.5, 3 months went by. To me, it was only a week. At the time, as of May 28th, I was the 5th COVID lung transplant ever that was done at Penn Med. By the time I was discharged there, I believe there was only 9 of us. As of August, across the United States, there's only just over 100 of us that have had a double lung transplant resulting from having COVID. There's only, and I think now it's only somewhere around 120, 130 maybe. So we are a very, very small number of people. And part of that also is not all people who needed it made it to the transplant, or there are some that got to the transplant but still just couldn't recover and passed away, sadly.
It is not lost on us how lucky we are that we still have him, because there are so many people that didn't get that chance. Their family members didn't make it, and even since then, people have reached out to us because they've had a family member in the hospital with COVID and they wanted to know what to expect, and their family members didn't make it.
To any of the people that are skeptical about the vaccine, I would much rather go through any possible side effect from that than what I went through physically and emotionally this last year. There can't be something worse from that vaccine than what I went through. This last 8, almost 9 months has been a blur. It's been one of those things that you always read about in the papers or see on the news, but you never think, you know, small town population just over 11,000, you don't think that's going to happen here, yet here I am, you know, part of a very exclusive club, you might say, one I would rather not have membership of, but here I am.